Hello everybody, my name is Augusto and I'm shooting this video to show you the final work for my Techno-CLIL 2017 course. It is a lesson plan made by a learning designer and it is about cultural diversity, social studies. So its name is Preserving Different Languages and Cultures, and its learning time is 120 minutes, 2 full hours of lesson. It is meant for a class of 16 students of first year of upper secondary school, that's to say 14 or 15 years old. And it is meant to highlight the importance of different cultures all over the world. Its aims are learning the importance of cultural identity, exploring the ways teenagers can develop a sense of racial identity, building good relationships with the other, and of course exploring language and cultural differences. We can start by having a little brief introduction about CLIL, the content and language integrated learning we have been studying in these last 5 weeks. It is surely a model of teaching learning with a series of advantages, both for us teachers and particularly for our students, but it can be harmful if not applied in a right way. It can be very interesting because it boosts motivation and can improve intercultural awareness of our students, of our pupils, but there are some limitations which we cannot forget, such as contextual factors or other limits which can endanger the results we are looking for. The idea for this lesson plan came to me from the need to integrate pupils coming from different cultures and countries, as in my school there are several students coming from Eastern Europe countries or North African ones. So differences of cultures, traditions, and of course of language are to be taken into consideration. And one of the most important aims of our school is to include everyone by exalting differences which can be also a richness for our world. The lesson is structured according to the classical model of warm-up, presentation and practice. In the warm-up activity, the teacher asks the students about their travels abroad, if they have ever been in different countries than theirs of origin, and then on the interactive visited countries map, which we can find clicking on this button, each student can pin the different countries they have visited. For example, Spain, US, United Kingdom, Brazil, and so on. Then in the second activity, the practice activity, by surfing the internet, the teacher shows images, or better, video of people from different countries. Also, this resource has been attached, and here is.
Prendi l'allegria del sole, la leggerezza del riso, il ritmo del mais e un aroma unico. Oro sai da sé.
And here is the video, average face by country. Then, going back to our lesson plan, we have the reading practice, the reading activity. Students watch videos on the interactive whiteboard. There are videos about traditional costumes around the world, and school kids in particular, which wear uniforms to go to school. For example, this is the second video. And And as we can see, there are various uniforms kids wear all over the world. Then, the final activity will be that of homework. The students are asked to use again the interactive visited countries map, and they will have to create their own chart by clicking again on the countries they have visited, or perhaps the countries they would like to visit. Then we have the second TLA, the presentation activity. At first, the teacher shows the student another application called Voki. On Voki.com, he makes his avatar read a couple of texts dealing with the theme of cultural identity and values. We have two resources attached. This is the first one, and here is the avatar.
Cultural diversity is the quality of diverse or different cultures, as opposed to monoculture, the global monoculture, or a homogenization of cultures, akin to cultural decay.
Okay, let's go back to the LD. Then the students are to read the same texts, trying to get the key points, focusing on the meaning and in particular on the new terms they have encountered. They can view these texts as attached resources on my personal Padlet. Here it is, and by scrolling down we can find cultural diversity, text number 1, as a document which can be easily downloaded. Let's go back to our lesson plan, and in the final phase students are asked to collaborate, to work in pairs. The teacher gives them the upfill version of the previously read texts, which we can find again on the Padlet. Here it is as a document. Cultural diversity is the quality of diverse or different, and there's the gap to be filled. Okay. As the investigate phase, students will have to make a language point. In particular, they will be asked to match each of the new terms they've just encountered with its correct definition. In the final phase, they will have to produce some works. In particular, they will have to design a PPT presentation, a PowerPoint presentation, with 5 or 6 slides, using the teacher's handouts, the notes taken during the classes, and so on. Each group then will show their presentation to the rest of the class by illustrating and commenting on the various slides, and in the end there will be a discussion through which the teacher proposes a circle time, asking questions and eliciting answers from the students. He will also supply the students with extra textual links and or websites which can be helpful to focus on particular aspects of what they have just learned. The final step will be obviously the assessment of the works made by the students, and to do this we will have to use an assessment grid, which we can find as usual on the Padlet, and here it is. It has some categories to be considered, such as comprehension, from 1, which is the minimum, to 4, which is the best level, speaks clearly, vocabulary, if the student uses complete sentences, if he stays on topic, about the content, and about his collaboration with peers. I think it can be enough. I hope I have been clear, and greetings to everybody. Happy CLIL. Bye.